So, good afternoon, everyone. We are the group 2, and our topic is food processing tools and measuring device and equipment. So, the group member is Savillano, Oblad, Pilatan, Becerra, Tungal, Botaya, Hugo, Magna, Cañete, and Bierneza. So, here is our main topic for this session. So the standard equipment, tools, measuring devices, and instrument uses. And the first one is the types of food processing equipment. So the food processing equipment is referred to a processing machine, components, system used to cook, handle, package, prepare, or store foods and food products. So, although this equipment is primarily aimed towards consumability, preservations, palatability, few pieces of equipment also perform um, our main functions such as preparations, handling, packages. So let's have a look the different types of food processing equipment. So here we have um, cleaning equipment. So cleaning, grading, sorting, or skinning are some of the units preparations employed by manufacturers during the preparations of raw materials. So this cleaning is the wet rather wet cleaning. So here we have sterilizers or sterilizing, ultrasonic cleaners, soak flotations tank or soaking and washing system, and spray washers. So let's go to the in the dry process. As we can see, we have screening separators, air classifiers, magnetic separators. So next is the grading. These types of food processing is closely related to sorting and often pre-clothing. We can determine the overall quality by assessing several foods matters characteristics. So the food processing equipment employed during this process are image processor, tungsten lights, and laboratory equipment. So next is appealing or skinning. To increase the overall quality or appearance of the final food product, inedibles or undesirable materials are removed by this food process. So the food processing equipments employed during this process are the carborundum abrasive rollers or bowls. So you can see here in the pictures, we have this kind of machine. So this machine is used to peeling or skinning the vegetables or any kinds of foods nga ibutang diri sa machine. So also as kaning mga carborundums and pressures vessels and stationary or rotating blades and conveyors or furnaces or flame peeling kay kind ni siya sa machine. So next.
So this is also a preparation equipment. So number 4 is sorting. The operation is quite similar to dry cleaning process. Based on the measurable physical characteristics, sorting classifies and separates contaminants and foreign matter from raw food materials. Food processing equipment used during the process are sieve or screen size sorting, sorting machinery, machine vision sorting system, sorting conveyors, these separators or shape sorting, equipment used in dry processing and cleaning. So here in sorting is it is like kanang imong i-separate bitaw la i-sort nimo siya depende sa iyang kind para kini siya nga machine is mo ni siya ang purpose ani niya is para dili magka cross contaminant. So letter B is mechanical processing equipment. So number one is size reduction. The first unit operation done in the mechanical processing to reduce the average particle size of solid food matter through mechanical processes involving shear, impact, or compression force. The type of equipment involves are so these are the examples of the equipment used. So for grinding and crushing is roll crushers, jaw crushers, pressure mills, impact mills, straighteners or pulpers, and attribution mills. The second one is cutting and chopping. So the machines used in for cutting and chopping are slicing machines, knives or blades, meat grinders, and band saws. Size enlargement. Mechanical process such as agglomeration or forming, extrusion increase the average particle size of solid food matter. The equipment involves are twin screw extruders, non-thermal extruders, refrigerated extruders, and single screws extruders. So agglomerations are pelletizing equipment, rotating drums, rotating pans, tableting equipment, high-speed agitators. So performing is collectionary molders, bread molders, enrobing machines, and pie and biscuit formers.
Homogenization emulsification is the average particle size is reduced and consistency of semi-solid and liquid food matter is increased type of food processing equipment or. So ang purpose sa homogenization sa milk is to break down the fat molecule so para mag-remain siya to stop the milk o mag-resist og separation. Kung walay homogenization, ang fat molecule will rise to the top and mag-form og layer of cream. So nga naay liquid or skim milk og bottom. So ang homogenization is gina-use throughout the food industry. So in the manufacturer sa lain-lain nga milk the base of product prevent a cream line or sedimentation. For example, chocolate, milk, or iced coffee drinks. So usa na pod ang cheese ga-produce og homogenized milk especially manufacturers. If want i-control ang fat content, texture o color. So mao ni siya ang mga um, examples. Ang high shear mixer, emulsifiers, colloid mills, homogenizer. Mixing or blending. To achieve and maintain a uniform mixture, mixing combines and disperses two more components into one another is the type of equipment depends on the food components form. So, muna siya ang importante nga mag-process tungod if affect the product quality para ma-achieve ang homogeneous product. Food o dairy powder is food o dairy powder processor is kailangan nga masabtan ang importante ang both product requirements of mixer specification. So, here's the example of Floyd mixers. So, anchor mixers, agitated tanks, paddle mixer, o turbine mixer. So, next. So, dough paste mixer. So, known as a spiral mixture. Like kasagara makita sa mga bakeries, restaurant, cafes, or og butchered shop. Ang kani nga equipment is suit jud siya sa pagbuhat sa dough. So, ang equipment man gyud is para ma-mix og ayo ang dough if daghan-daghan sa buhaton nga dough. So, para makuha ang quality sa food product. So, here's the example sa mga mixers. Ang cutter mixers, horizontal dough mixers, Sigma blade mixers. So, muna ning mga dagko-dagko nga mga equipment. So, solid mixer. So, mao ning either batch mixers. Mao ni siya ang simple form sa mixer. Like mga dry mix bitaw mga na. So, ga-process siya og mulling, powdering, folding sand, mga bentonite clay, mga fine coal dust ug water nga ma-mix to a plastic. So, mo ni siya mga example, mga drum blenders, diffusive or passive mixer or convective or active mixer.
our next topic is measuring device and instrument. So measuring device and instrument, these are the tools that we use in the food industry, or the tools that which is we found in our house or kitchen, that we use to make cooking or prepare ingredients for cooking. And we have listed here some of the measuring device that we use in the kitchen or food industry. So number one is the measuring spoons. So what is measuring spoons? Measuring spoons, it is used to measure an amount of ingredients, either liquid or dry, when cooking. And this measuring spoon have a standard size: the 1/8 teaspoon, 1/4 teaspoon, 1/2 teaspoon, 1 teaspoon, and 1 tablespoon. So the measuring spoon measure very small quantities, or quantities of ingredients, and it measures quickly and accurately. And there are types of measuring spoons, like the like stainless steel, plastic, wood, copper, ceramic, or even glass. So next is the dry ingredient measuring cup. So what is a dry ingredient measuring cup? So according to the definition, it is a dry measuring cup that is used for measure solid cooking ingredients, like the flour, the sugar, the oats, or etc. So dry measuring cup are made from plastic or metal, and the sets that we see in the dry measuring cup usually have a scale marking, like the 1/4, 1/2 cup, 1/3 cup, and the 1 cup. And the substance that being measured is added to the cup, and until it reaches the 1/3 level. The liquid measuring cup allow you to pour a liquid into the cup and bring it even with a measurement line without peeling. I mean without spilling. So the liquid measuring cup have sets that come with the following sizes: the 1 cup, the 2 cups, the 4 cups, and the 8 cups. So this liquid measuring cup is a perfect tool for measuring liquid ingredients like milk, water, oil, and has standards units. So next is the scale. Uh, a scale is a valuable uh, kitchen tool, and it is used for to measure the weight or mass of an ingredients, expressed in pounds, grams, fluid, pounds, or millimeters. So the question is, in preparing food or in food processing, why we need to measure, why we need a measuring device or measuring tool, why it is important in food processing. So the answer is this: measuring. If you have a measuring device in your home, measuring ingredients with extreme accuracy ensures they are distribute the same in every batch. So I mean, equally distribute, and the product is taste the same. So parehas sila og lasa. And ingredients must be weighted pod to fulfill product recite specification and the quality of requirements.
So, continuation of measuring devices and instruments include the digital scale, mechanical scale, and instant weight thermometer. So, what is digital scale? Digital scale is a measuring device that reads and displays the weight of an object, while mechanical scale is used to weight food. A mechanical scale is a device that measures weight and displays the amount in an analog format without the need of a power supply. So there are two types of weighing scales, which is already mentioned, the digital and the mechanical scale. So a mechanical scale is actually a traditional way of weight measurement, whereas the digital weighing scale are the modern and more accurate. So again, a digital weighing scale is the most accurate and precise analog front end instrument that uses force sensors to measure the load of an object, while the mechanical is the traditional way of
weight measurement. And I think we are all familiar with this, no? Mostly makita tani siya sa mga meat market, and mostly mo na sa daang kaning digital scale is actually mo na ni siya ang mostly gagamitan sa mga meat markers karon. So next is the instant read thermometer. It is used for taking a quick temperature reading of an item, but you don't leave it in the food while it cooks. So an instant read thermometer is exactly what it sounds like. A thermometer that reads temperature instantly. So basically, when you use it correctly, it can help you make sure that everything you eat and serve is safe and sanitary. So the question is, can instant read thermometers be used for liquids? Well, actually, an instant read thermometer is actually an ideal for checking the temperatures of liquids. So, for example, stocks or a soups. So, making sure they are cooling quickly enough to minimize the growth of a bacteria, or for checking the temperatures of hot foods that are being held or for service on a buffet. So next is the oven thermometer. So the use of an oven thermometer temperatures can be checked to ensure it remains consistent throughout the baking or roasting time. So an oven thermometer can help you test for hot spots, and it allows you to find out the ideal position to place your food and baking sheets. It can also tell you if you will need to flip and move your food, or to rotate your pans mid baking to ensure even imuhang cooking. So an oven thermometer, as mentioned, is a device that is used as a utensil in cooking. So next is the timer. A timer is a device that can be set for a number of minutes, usually up to 1 hour, that sounds an alarm such as bell or buzzer when the specified amount of time has elapsed, commonly used when cooking or baking. So, timer or a cooking timer is a tool that helps the cooks to time the food they are preparing. It can be either a digital or a analog. So, most digital timers have a display that shows minutes and seconds. But also, many timers have an alarm that sounds when the time is up. Analog timers usually have a dial that it turns to the desired time. So what is the use of a timer in cooking? So a kitchen timer is an appliances for keeping a track of cooking over an extended period of time. So timer is really helpful, no, because it allows you to walk away from the stove, or to walk around and tend to do other things or other tasks. So a good timer shouldn't just tell you when your time is up, but also it clearly communicate how much time you have left sa imuhang giluto. So that's all. Next.
Equipment used in food processing. So first, we have a bowl choppers. So bowl chopper machine is the key equipment in meat processing. The light speed rotating chopper knife can cut the raw meat into minced food. At the same time, it steers the other accessories uniformly. So next we have a marinating injectors. A marinate injector looks like a giant needle because it literally is. It is a syringe-like tool that is used to impregnate meat with added moisture and flavor. So example ani is kana bitong sa magkuan og lechon baboy, aside sa mga lamas nga ginasulod bitaw diha sa tiyan sa baboy tas tahion. So ginagamitan na pud na nila og marinating injector para pud sa kato ilang gimarinate nga sauce para i-inject nila dito sa panit sa baboy para mosunop gyud ang iyahang kuan timpla. So next is meat banso. In meat banso and banso or meat banso is for cutting meat and poultry, frozen or fresh, with or without bone, medium and large size speed. So How thick can a bandsaw cut? Bandsaws are the undisputed champ when it comes to cutting curves and slicing through thick material. So many small bandsaws can slice through though lumber a full 4 inches thick. A bigger saws handle 6 inches cut. Is marinating vacuum tumblers. Vacuum tumblers are designed to remove air and draw moisture and marinade into the meat. During tumbling process, marinade is thrown repeatedly into the product, massaging it into the meat to generate moist product full of flavor. Um, it can mix or coat various types of food such as beef, pork, poultry, and seafood. So this process makes foods more tender and juicy and can enhance both flavor and appearance. So next.
Meat grinders. A meat grinder is a kitchen appliance for fine chopping and or mixing of raw or cooked meat, fish, vegetables, or similar food. It replaces tools like the mincing knife. Meat grinders allow you to grind large quantities of meat with a consistent quality. They are mainly used in large butcheries or mass catering kitchens. Diba, gahi man kayo ng karne sa baboy or baka, instead of using knife, meat grinders ang gamiton para ma-chop tong mga karne. And for example, sa karne sa lumpia or ginaling na sudan, gagmay mangyud na karne ang kailangan ana, and para pod easy sa part sa mag-cook sa lumpia or ginaling, they will use meat grinder. Meat grinders. A meat grinder is a kitchen appliance for fine chopping and or mixing of raw or cooked meat, fish, vegetables, or similar food. It replaces tools like the mincing knife. Meat grinders allow you to grind large quantities of meat with a consistent quality. They are mainly used in large butcheries or mass catering kitchens. Diba, gahi man kayo ng karne sa baboy or baka, instead of using knife, meat grinders ang gamiton para ma-chop tong mga karne. And for example, sa karne sa lumpia or ginaling na sudan, gagmay mangyud na karne ang kailangan ana, and para pod easy sa part sa mag-cook sa lumpia or ginaling, they will use meat grinder. Next, we have meat patty or meatball machines. Meatball making machine mainly used to produce fish balls, shrimp meatballs, chicken meatballs, beef balls, mutton balls, vegetable balls, and seafood balls. Easy to handle machines. Ideal for small or large production with different tastes and or sizes. This machine is a unique machine that can be connected and used with any patty former type, producing accurately portioned meatballs per hour, depending on the burger machine that is used with, able to satisfy the production requirements needed. And this kind of machine must often used in like Jollibee, McDonald's, and in Angel's Burger, where in Angel's Burger, unang kagat, tinapay lahat. Next, we have meat slicers. A meat slicer, also called a slicing machine, deli slicer, or simply a slicer, is a tool used in butcher shops and delicatessens to slice meats, sausages, cheeses, and other deli products. Now, deli is a short term for delicatessen. It is a store where people can buy ready-to-eat items such as cold cut meats, sliced cheeses, sandwiches, bread, salads, and so much more. As compared to a simple knife, using a meat slicer requires less effort as well as keeps the texture of food more intact. Next, we have mixer blender. Mixers, also known as blenders, are used to blend meat and spices or coarse and finely chopped meat. It is also a kitchen and laboratory appliance used to mix, crush, puree, or emulsify food and other substances. Blenders generally consist of a rectangular or round-bottomed vessel through which two parallel shafts operate. Blenders and mixers have different primary functions. Let's differentiate the two. A blender a blender breaks down solid food into smaller pieces. This process often produces a powder or a liquid. Mixers, on the other hand, combine multiple ingredients into a single substance.
Sanitizing agents, uses and specification. Cleaning, it is the process of removing food and types of soil from a surface such as a dish, glass, or cutting board. It is done with a cleaning agent that removes food, soil, or other substances. Sanitizing. Sanitizing means that you are lowering the number of germs to a safe level. It is considered a safe level depends on public health standards or requirements at a workplace or a school. There are four categories of cleaning agent. First, detergent. Detergents used to routinely wash tableware, surfaces, and equipment. Detergent can penetrate oil quickly and soften it. Detergent is a chemical substance, usually in the form of a powder or liquid, which is used for washing things such as clothes or dishes. Next, the solvent. Example of detergent is dishwashing liquid, laundry detergent, or Tide, Ariel, or Gana Smart. Next, the solvent. Solvent used periodically on surfaces where grease has borne on. Solvent cleaners are often called degreasers. Solvent cleaning is the process of removing soil from a surface with an organic solvent without physically or chemically altering the materials being cleaned. These include methods such as vapor degreasing, spraying, immersion, and mechanical or ultrasonic scrubbing. Example of solvent is ethanol, water, or acetone. Acid cleaners used periodically on mineral deposit and other soil that detergent cannot remove. These cleaners are often used to remove skill in warewashing machine and steam tables. Acid cleaner is a water-based detergent for post-installation cleaning. It removes all the cement, residues of glue, paint, mortar, filler, plaster, and building site dirt. Also effective against inorganic dirt and salt. Last, the abrasive cleaners. Abrasive cleaners use these cleaners to remove heavy accumulations of soil that are difficult to remove with detergent. Some abrasive cleaners also disinfect. Essentially, an abrasive cleaners is designed to remove heavy-duty dirt in small areas. They can come as either a powder or a liquid. They remove the need of elbow grease as they strong enough to remove the dirt without excessive efforts.
So, sanitation. Sanitation is done using heat, radiation, or chemicals. Heat and chemicals are commonly used as a method for sanitizing in a restaurant. Radiation rarely is. The item to be sanitized must first be washed properly before it can be properly sanitized. So first, sterilize refers to the statistical destruction and removal of all living organisms. Disinfect refers to inanimate objects and the destruction of all vegetable cells. Third, sanitize refers to reduction of microorganisms to levels considered safe from public health viewpoint. So, what is the importance of sanitation? Proper sanitation promotes health, improves the quality of the environment, and thus the quality of life in a community. Sanitation refers to the safe collection, transportation, treatment, and disposal of human waste. Sanitizing method heat. There are three methods of using heat to sanitize surfaces: steam, hot water, hot air. Hot water is the most common method used in restaurants. If hot water is used in the third compartment of a three compartment sink, it must be at least 17 degree Fahrenheit or 77 degrees Celsius. If a high temperature where washing machine is used to sanitize clean dishes, the final sanitizing rinse must be at least 180 degree Fahrenheit or 82 degrees Celsius. For stationary rack, single temperature machines, it must be at least 165 degree Fahrenheit or 74 degrees Celsius. Clean items must be exposed to this temperature for at least 30 seconds. So, no, mo ni siya ang tulo ka method sa sanitize when you sanitize something, especially kuan ka ng mga sa food processing products. So mo ni siya ang iyahang mga specific na mga heat na imong magamit kung mag-sanitize ka. Sanitizing method chemicals. Chemicals that are approved sanitizers are chlorine, iodine, and quaternary ammonium. Different factors influence the effectiveness of chemical sanitizers. The three factors must be considered are concentration. The presence of too little sanitizer will result is an inadequate reduction of harmful microorganisms. Too much can be toxic, so tama-tama lang daw. Temperature. Generally, chemical sanitizer work best in water that is between 55 degree Fahrenheit or 13 degrees Celsius and 120 degree Fahrenheit or 49 degrees Celsius siya, Celsius. So, contact time. In order for the sanitizer to kill harmful microorganisms, the clean item must be contact with sanitizer for the recommended length of time.
So there are advantages and disadvantages of different chemical sanitizers. For for chemical, it's chlorine, and concentration it's 50 ppm in water between 75 and 100 Fahrenheit. Its contact time is 7 seconds. Its advantage is that it affects on a wide variety of bacteria, highly effective, not affected by hard water. It's generally inexpensive. In disadvantage, it's corrosive, irritating to the skin. Effectiveness decreases with increasing pH of solution. Deteriorates during storage and when exposed to light. Dissipates rapidly, loses activity in the presence of organic matter. In iodine, its concentration is 12.55 ppm in water that is at least 75 Fahrenheit, and its contact time is 30 seconds. The advantage is that forms brown color that indicates strength, not affected by hard water. It is less irritating to the skin than is chlorine, and activity not lose rapidly in the presence of organic matter. So its advantage is that the effectiveness decreases greatly with an increase in pH. It is most active at pH of 3.0, very low acting at pH 7.0. It should not be used in water that is at 120 Fahrenheit or hotter and might discolor equipment and surfaces. That's iodine. So next is the quaternary ammonium compounds. Its concentration is that U to 200 ppm in water that is at least 75% also. Its contact time is 30 seconds. Its advantage is that it's non-toxic, odorless, non-corrosive, no irritating, stable to heat, and relatively stable in the presence of organic matter.
active over a wide pH range. Its disadvantage is that it's slow destruction of some microorganisms, not compatible with some detergents and hard water. That's quaternary. So thank you. That's